The town of Spetses is extremely impressive. Its old three-story houses, with their simple design next to the sea, are evocative. Its linear, raised pier, from a platform of which 8 cannons line in a row. This is where most of the town's cafes are, jammed in together, with their little tables on the pebbly road in front of the sea. Behind Dapias is Bouboulina Square, with its pebbled floor in the center. In the front of the square, the mansion of Sotiris Anargyros, a leading entrepreneur in both Europe and America, stands proud. Anargyros, a mass belonged to Laskarina Bouboulina, stands to the right of Sotiris Anargyros' mansion. The heroine of Spetses played an important role in the struggle of 1821, not just because she dedicated her entire wealth to building and arming warships, but because she led the fleet herself, taking part in many battles. After her death, Russia, under whose flag her merchant fleet sailed before the Revolution, bestowed upon her the honorary title of Admiral. Bouboulina is the only woman in the world to have received this title. Near Bouboulina's mansion is another old mansion house, which once belonged to Hadjiyannis Mexis, one of the island's leading notables during the Great Struggle of 1821. This mansion was built between 1795 and 1798, with wings on both sides, and has a ground floor plus 2 further floors. From Dapias, the central road continues in a southeast direction, in line with the coast. It soon arrives at a sandy beach a little before the church of Agios Mamas, Agios Nikolaos. At this point, and having made a turn of 180 degrees, comes to the entrance of the old port. Suddenly, a new world, strange and idyllic, makes its appearance. Long and narrow, the bay of the old port seems to be endless. Countless colorful boats are anchored around it, from small boats to kayaks and yachts. There are houses all around, large and small, with old mansions scattered in between them. As the road continues towards the mouth of the port, the picture becomes even more picturesque. Taverns and ouzo bars offering fresh fish and other goodies are now added to the scene. The horse-drawn carriages come and go, transporting visitors to the taverns or the sides of the port. The coastal road, which has now a strange composition in metal on the sea below, representing a gorgon, catches our attention. It was made by the same artist who created the statue of Bouboulina. Behind Dapias, at a distance of 500 meters from the sea, is Kastelli. The oldest neighborhood in the town. There stands the luxury Posidonia Hotel, an architectural masterpiece of the early 20th century. In the center of the great square, considered to be as the pier of the hotel, is the bronze statue of Bouboulina, the heroine of the island, and of the school, is the pretty copse which separates it from yet another of the beautiful organized beaches. It is located at a spot where the sand is drawn out, forming a tongue with the sea. Agia Marina is an organized beach with pebbles and sand. The slopes of the mountain behind the sands are covered in pine and cypress trees. The luscious green private island of Spetsopoula belongs to the family of a ship owner who has been a great benefactor to Spetses. Xylokérizza is a very beautiful organized beach. The thick pine forest surrounds this little beach, and the beach's white sands and turquoise waters increases its charm. Agia Nargiri is the largest and most frequented beach on the island, with beautiful sands spread out to form a large and open petal. There are thick pine trees all around it, among which many villas have been built. Agia Nargiri is an organized beach with many water sports facilities. At a short distance to the west of the beach is the cave of Mekiris, which acted as a refuge for the Spetsiots during the years of the struggle against the Turks. On the next bay after the Agia Nargiri is Agia Paraskevy, the most delightful beach of Spetses. The bay at this point is very small and tighter than the previous one. The pine trees seem taller, more bushy at this bay, and there is not a villa in sight. The only building here is the brilliant white church of Agia Paraskevy on the south edge of the sands. Fortunately or unfortunately, this depends on your own personal preference. This beach is organized too. Another beach will soon make its appearance within this closed bay. This is Zogeria, with a brown sand and the thick pine trees all around. This is also an organized beach, with a restaurant hidden inside the forest. Everything at Zogeria is very clean. The small landing place, the sand, the restaurant, and the sea waters are crystal clear. After Zogeria, the last beach that we will approach is the magical beach of Vrelos. The colors of the sea here are perhaps more beautiful than at any other part of the island's beaches. The slope of the land makes the lively pine trees literally hang over the narrow pebbly strip.